I hope this video is actually in focus, and I'm not gonna edit this at all, so it's just gonna be me talking, and by the title you already know what this is about. There are two main reasons why I'm making this video. First reason is that I found a lot of videos coming out on YouTube, but not a lot about being bisexual, and I figured that maybe I should represent the B in the LGBTQ+. And second reason, there's a lot of videos of people struggling a lot with their sexuality, and I wanted just to make a video that shows that it can actually be pretty easy and smooth. And I know the lighting is pretty awful, and I'm just sitting on my bed. I just want this to be raw, how do you pronounce that word? And personal, and just me telling my story to maybe help someone out there. If I just help one person, then I'm happy and this video has a purpose. So my story began probably when I was 13 or 14, not as a lot of people when I was a kid. That was the first time that I think I ever looked at girls and thought, maybe I have a crush on her. And I looked at guys and said, maybe I have a crush on him. Most of the time the answer to that question was no. But for some reason, I never actually thought about whether I might be gay or bisexual. It was just a question of whether I have a crush on a girl or a guy, really. I never really associated that with any labels or anything. It was only probably when I was 17, which means last year, that I really realized that I'm bi. And the realization came pretty quickly to me, because I just realized that I don't really care what gender the person is. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall in love with the personality, and I don't care what gender is attached to that. So I found it pretty easy to accept it, because I never thought there was something wrong with that. Although in my family or anything, there's no one that's actually gay. So yeah, I just grew up around pretty open-minded people. And the first person I told was Paulina. That was one of my best friends. It was her 18th birthday, which was December last year. And we were just talking basically, and I told her I'm bi, and she said, "Are you sure?" And I said yes, and that was basically it. That's all that happened. By the way, I'm kind of sick, that's why I'm talking so weirdly. And that was basically it, and it was the same for my brothers and my cousin. It was at a family reunion thingy, probably birthday of someone, and it was at my grandparents' house, I think, and we were in the upstairs room, and I just told them, and they had the same reaction, which was, "Are you sure?" And for them it came a little more like a shock, I guess. We just talked about it for a couple of minutes, and then since then they've been so accepting. So I never actually told the rest of my, I never really told my entire family, like my grandparents or anyone. I never told them. So my youngest brother, sometimes he'd be like, "Oh, a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you know, who knows?" It's like, they don't know I'm bi yet. Can you keep it down? But I just never wanted to make it a big deal. I never wanted to be like, "Hey, I'm bi." So I never actually told a lot of people. I never actually really came out to a lot of people. I don't remember if the day I told Paulina was also the day I told my other friends, because I got pretty drunk and I don't remember much from that day. I do remember most of it, but I don't remember if I actually came out to them that day. So obviously it couldn't have been a big deal coming out to them if I don't even remember it. I remember telling my mom. We were watching a TV series, and I think she was the only one I was a little nervous about. Not because I didn't think she was gonna accept it, but just, I don't know, because she's my mom. And yeah, I need to get a tissue. Sorry. Yeah, I remember telling her we were watching a cooking show, and there was a girl who was married to a girl, and she said, "Well, I fell in love and it happened to be with a woman, and that's it." And I looked at my mom and said, "Actually, that's pretty much how I feel, so there's a high chance I'm gonna bring home a girl someday, not a guy." And she just looked at me and had the most amazing response ever, which was, "I think it's kind of natural, like, there's nothing wrong with being bi. Everyone might be, I don't know. It's just, I think it's natural." And then we had like a 10-minute discussion about sexuality and how society enforces us into these labels and everything, and it was pretty amazing. So coming out to everyone so far was pretty smooth. It's just because I'm surrounded by so many incredible people that I love and that I know are not gonna judge me for my sexuality. So making this video actually for me isn't a big deal, knowing that some people watching this might actually not know I'm bi. But there are some things that I believe can be hard about being bi. I think that gay people get this a lot, but bi people might get it even more. The thing of, oh, it's just a phase, or you're just experimenting. I hate that phrase so much, but I think it's kind of natural for a lot of people to respond with that. It's like, are you sure you're not just experimenting? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. Also, something I think bisexuals might get a lot is, oh, she's just not sure to come out yet. No. That's no. There's a difference between being lesbian and being bi, and I'm attracted to men and women, so I'm bi. That's just how it works. Yeah. Also, a thing that I think bisexuals might get is, as soon as I have a relationship with a guy, I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, so you're straight now. It's like, no, I'm still bi. Or if I'm in a relationship with a girl, people are going to be like, oh, she's a lesbian. It's like, no, I'm bi. That's not how it works. I'm not going to change sexuality every time I date someone else. No, that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Also, one thing that I've heard some people say actually, it's like, oh my god, you have so many people to choose from. What? No? I don't choose to fall in love. That's not something you choose. I'm not gonna be like, girl, boy, what am I in for at the moment? I'm just gonna go with a boy. I'm gonna go with him. That's not how it works. And that's the same for straight, gay, trans, anything. You all know that that's not how it works. So why are you even saying that? I don't get it. I find that actually kind of funny, that people say that, because it's just really weird and I don't know why they would think that. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, and I don't want to make this video long. I just want to tell you that if you're gay, bi, straight, anything, trans, it's fine, it's okay. And if coming out for you isn't as easy as it was for me, then there's always people that support you. And if it's not your family and your friends, the LGBTQ+ community is pretty awesome. I went to gay pride, I went to gay clubs, and it's so much fun. And you're just surrounded in this bubble of love and no judgment, and you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be, and it's so amazing. So even if it's hard and your friends don't really support you, or your family doesn't really support you, there's always gonna be someone. You're not alone, and it's okay. And if your friends judge you for who you love, then I don't know, maybe you need new friends. I know that sounds harsh, but I kind of believe that you need to be supported, and you need to know that you're okay, and that you are allowed to love yourself for who you are and for whatever you are. And if you don't want to identify as one thing, then that's fine. If you don't want to put a label on yourself, then don't. I personally don't really like labels, but yeah, maybe I'm going to come out as pansexual in 2 years, because I don't know, I fall in love with the trends. You know, it's just, there's so many labels, just, you don't have to use those if you don't want to. Just be whoever you want to be, love whoever you want to love, and if it makes you happy, then that's okay. And if you need any support, this community is amazing. So yeah, thanks to the entire community, and thanks to all those straight people supporting the LGBTQ+ community, and to all the people fighting for the rights, because yes, we still have a long way to go. But we're really getting there, and it's more and more accepted. And I mean, America just voted, well, not voted, but America just got like the adoption rights and everything, and that's amazing. And that's like, I wish it was like that all over the world, but I know it's not. I know there's countries where you still can get attacked and stuff just for being gay, which I find ridiculous. But I just want to make this video to make sure you know it's fine. And if you're bi, then you're pretty awesome, and welcome to the club. And if you need any support, you can always write me a comment or anything. And I don't really have anything else to say. I'm bi, and that's who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. And it's not a big deal. And in 10 years, maybe it won't be. That's what I wish. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.